Good day, everyone, and you are welcome. As we have rightly said that we are going to be doing logarithm of numbers less than 1. Logarithm of numbers less than 1. We would have used the board for this class, but I want to show us how to make use of the logarithm table. It might not really be easy to do that since we don't have a chart that contains the table, but we only have a copy of the logarithm table. First of all, what is logarithm table? What is logarithm or antilogarithm table? This is a table that has been prepared. This is a table that has been prepared majorly for the purpose of solving logarithm equations. In it, we have figures for logarithm of numbers from 10, numbers from 10 to 99. Then so that is why we are using this format, so that we can see how to check the logarithm table. All right, now the first thing that we will do before we begin to take examples of this class is to see how to use the logarithm and antilogarithm table. Now, before we go to this, let's talk about how do we get this logarithm table. This logarithm table can be found in other mathematics table, in other tables or materials that contain mathematics workings. They are at the back of mathematics textbooks, but majorly and of course you know that nobody will allow you to use that in your external examination. You will not be allowed to bring in any textbook or anything like that in your external exam or even internal exams. So in order to be able to get this table, when you get to the place where they sell books, go to your bookshops, ask for 4-figure table. What did I call it? 4-figure table is 4-figure table. So in the 4-figure table, you can locate logarithm table and antilogarithm table. Those are the things that we'll be using majorly for this class. So we've been able to get a copy of our logarithm table and a copy of the anti-logarithm table. We have gotten a copy of the logarithm table and a copy of the anti-logarithm table so that we can understand how to check that. Now let's quickly solve the following examples. Number 1 is that we should find the logarithm of the following numbers: A, 1000, B, 2468, C, 24.68, then D, 5.317. All right, let's quickly solve these questions. Of course, you know the very first thing to write is to write your solution. And now A. $1,000. So what you just do here, the very first thing you do is to count the number, count the total, count the numbers that make up that particular number. What I mean is that how many digits, okay, let's say digits, good. How many digits makes up that number? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, there are 4 digits that makes up 1000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, having counted it successfully, The next thing is to subtract 1 from what you counted. Subtract 1 from what you counted. Subtract 1 from what you counted. So when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, subtract 1, that's 4 minus 1. So that will give us 3 points. Now, you see these 3 points, we call this one any numbers before decimal. Number before decimal points are called integer. Number before decimal points are called integer. So we say note, numbers before decimal. Number before decimal points are called, numbers before decimal points are called integer. Integer, ER. Then numbers, the numbers after points are called mantissas. Numbers after points are called mantissas. So, numbers before point are called integer. Numbers after point are called mantissas. So, as we continue in this class, I will be mentioning of integer and mantissa, so that you can understand what we mean when we say integer, what we mean when we say mantissa. So integer is the number that is before point, while mantissa is the number that is after point. Okay, now I said the first thing is to count the digits of the number you are working with. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you subtract 1 to give you the integer that you will get. So the integer that we are going to get now is going to be 3. Okay, so that will give us 3. So the next thing is you pick your logarithm table. You can see it, logarithm table. Pick your logarithm table, you open to your logarithm table. Look at the number. Look at the numbers. You see that under logarithm table, the numbers begin from 10 down to 54 here. We open again. So 55 down to 99. That is logarithm table. So the logarithm table now starts from 10 to 99. 10 to 99. So what does that mean? That means that for under logarithm, you can only check for 2 digits. You see now, 2 digits. So you just pick first 2 numbers. Look at it. First 2 numbers. That is 10. 10. You see it? 10. Now, when you pick first 2 numbers, 1, 2, that's 10. Under, what do we mean by under? When you see this, you will see some numbers on top, you will see some numbers by the left. This number by the left, they are the same as the first 2 numbers that you will pick. Now, you see the numbers start from 0 to 9. So now you are checking under this number. Now look at this, 100 under 0. They are saying 100. 10 under 0. 10 under 0. 10. You see this number up? Good. So you trace that 10 to 0. So when you look at it, you see that it's 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0. So you now come and write it. Now the last one is different. We call it different. And when you look at it, you see it mean different. Difference. You see it now? So under difference, there are main difference. Now mean difference, you can see mean difference. So this under this mean difference are the one you will check the fourth digit. Now let me explain again. The first two digits, 1, 2, you check them under the first line here. The next number, 3, you check them under where you see log under this place, 0, 1, 2 to 9. Then the last number, you check them under difference. Check them under mean difference. Okay, so we are checking 10 under 0. That's 4, 0, 0, 0, 0. Don't forget we have written 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Difference 0. When you check the difference, there is no 0. This is the difference. So when you check the difference, you discover that there is no 0. So automatically there is nothing like difference 0. So anywhere you see 0, you don't reckon with it under logarithm of number less than 1. Alright, so that's it. So automatically now, the logarithm of 100, so log 100 now will be what? 3.0000. That is the logarithm of 100. That's the logarithm of 100. Alright, let's see example 2. Number B, 2468 log 2468 log 2468 will be, look at it. Don't forget, look at the first thing is to count the numbers that you have before point. How many numbers do you have before point? Of course, you can see there is no point in this one, so automatically you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 numbers. 4. I said you subtract 1, so that will give you 3. Then you now put point. Is that clear? Now, like the first one, we check 10 under 0, difference 1. So this one, we are checking 24. You see now, you check 24 under 6, difference 8. 24 under 6, difference 8. Let's quickly see that. 24 under 6, difference 8. Now we are checking 24. We are checking 24 under 6. So now come to the table. At this side, you look for 24. This is 24 under 6. When you come and look at up here, look for 6. This is 6. So you now trace it down to 24. This is 6. You now trace it down to 24. You see it? This is 24. You see it now? So by the time you trace it from here, trace it out. You can see that it's 24. You see it? So what do we have there? We have 3909. 3909. So you write it out. Write it somewhere. Write it somewhere. 3909. Look at it. You see it? This is it. 3909. Now, so we have done these 3. We have done 24 under 6. Remaining 8. So this 8, you go and check it under difference. Check it under difference. Okay. So this is 24 under 8. Check it under 24 under 6. Then difference 8. Now take a look at the difference. You see what I was saying about mean difference the other time? See what I was saying is mean difference. So now you now come and check under 8 to 24. This is the 8 to 24. Look at it here. Is it here? This is it. You see it? All right. So let's come and see what we just did. We have checked 24 under 6. I hope you understand it. We said 3909. We write it out. We now say difference 8. 14. You see it now under 8. 14. So now, having known that, now what we will now do is you add up the answer. Add up the answer of 24 under 6 plus the difference. Plus the difference. Plus the difference. We say 14. Is that cleared? Good. So by the time we have 9 plus 4, that's 13. 3 keep 1. 1 plus 0, 1 plus 1, 2. Then this 9, this 3. So by the time you have 3, 9, 2, 3. By the time you have 3, 9, 2, 3. By the time you had, this is the answer for 24 under 6. This is the answer for 24 under 6. Then the next thing we said different 8. And when we check different 8 from the table, we said it's 14. So you add it to the difference. By the time you add, you have 39, 23. So your answer is now 3.3923. That is the logarithm. Is that cleared? Good. Now let's take number C. Number C said we should find the logarithm of 24.68. 24.68. Then you have log 24.68. So that will give us. Now when you look at this is a bit different from that one. When you look at the first one, it doesn't have point. But when you see this one, it has point after 68. So the first thing is look at the integer. Don't forget I told us the other time that the integer are numbers that you have before point. So count the numbers of integer. How many numbers do we have there? That's 2. 2 and 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. So when you have 2, don't forget I told us that you write 2, you subtract 1 from it, and that will give us 1. So after getting that, you put your point. Is that cleared? Very good. So after getting your point, you now go to your table, you check. While checking your table, the placement of your point does not matter. Are you getting me now? While checking the table, you don't consider the decimal point. You check the table as if it doesn't have decimal point. You only consider the decimal point when you want to know what your integer will be. Now look at this. If I want to check this, I will check it as 24. I will check it as 24 under 8. I'll check it as 24 under 8, which is still the same thing as what I got the other time. Do you understand what I'm doing now? Then we still have different 24 under 6, sorry. 24 under 6 24 under 6 difference 8. So then check the difference 8, that's 14. So it's the same thing as what I did the other time. The only difference here is that for the first one, while we were getting the integer, because there is no point in between any of the number, we have 4 integers. We have 4 integers. 1, 2, 3, 4. So subtract 1 from the integer to give us 3. Now proceed to look for 24 under 6 difference 8. And this is what we get. Now, when we see the second one, we will see that the integer here is 2. The integer here is 2. So subtract 1 from the integer, which is 1 and 2, which is now 1. Check to check the table, you check it as 24 under 6 difference 8, which is the same thing as 3, 9, 2, 3. Do you understand? If you want to check the table, you will not mind the position of the decimal point. You will not mind the position of the decimal point. Okay, let's quickly take the last example for the last question under example 1. D. We are to find the logarithm of 5.317. So, class, what is the integer of this number? How many integers do we have here? We have only one integer. So that's 1. Subtract 1 from the integer, you have 0 points. You now go to your 4-figure table, to your logarithm table. Go to your logarithm table. What are we checking now, class? Good. We are checking 53 under 1. 53 under 1. Difference 7. Don't forget I told us that while checking the logarithm table and the antilogarithm table, you do away with your points. While checking the logarithm table, you ignore the point. So that's why you check 53 under 1 difference 7. 53 under 1 difference 7. Let's go and check it. This is where I say you check 53, the first 2 numbers. You run it down. You can see this 53. Under what? We said under 1. 53, 5 and 3 under 1. Then difference 7 under 1. Look at it. Look at 0, then 1. So you trace it down to where you have 53. Can you see it? 72, 51. As I said earlier, write it somewhere. 72, 51. Please don't write it on your 4-figure table. Write it somewhere off. Then you now proceed. We still have 7. 7. So with this 7 now we proceed to the different side to check for difference 7. Let's go. So look at the difference. Then you look for 7. Then you look down to 53. Can we see it now? So that's 6. You see it? It's equally at the bottom of the table. 1, 2, these are the differences. So it's equally at the bottom. So we need what? 7. This is 7. Check 58. You see it? 53, I mean. 53 under 7. That's 6. So you add it to the answer you got from checking the logarithm. So by the time you have 7, 5, 2, 7. So that's your logarithm. So your answer is 7 5 2 7. This is the answer. Please, do we understand what we've done so far? All right, let's continue. Now let's quickly look at example 2. I said when you look at the example 1, they are non-zero digits. Solving non-zero digits is another approach, and solving zero digits is another approach. So let's quickly see how to solve this zero digit logarithm. Okay, so number A is what? The logarithm of 0.264. Now, when you see that 0 is starting the number, that is when the integer is 0, when the integer starts with 0, when the integer is 0, your answer at the logarithm side, your answer is going to be minus, like this. Now, how many zeros do we have before non-zero digit? That's 1. So it's going to be minus 1, but we don't write it as minus 1. Under logarithm, we write it as bar 1. It's minus 1, but we don't write it at minus 1, but bar 1. All right, that's how to do the integer for this. You see that it's 0.264 and it's just 1 0. So it's going to be bar 1 minus 1. Okay, so after that, don't forget I told you that if you want to find the logarithm of a number, we don't consider decimal point. To look for the logarithm from the table, we don't consider point. So now when you have 0.264, now what are we going to check? Of course, we are going to check 26 under 4. There is no any other number. We are going to check 26 under 4. There is no number again. If there is number, you check it under the difference. But since you have only 3 digits, that's 26 under 4. So let's come to the logarithm table. Look for 26 under 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4216. So look at it up. You see it, there is 4. Look at it. You see it? This 4. Trace it down. You see it? This 4. Trace it down to 26. Down to 26. You see it? 4 down to 26. Can you see that? That's 4216. You see it? 26 under 4. So it's advisable you just count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see it now? That's 26, 16. So that will be minus 1.26 16. So this is the answer. Okay, so let's take the B. B is 0.00264 log of 0.0264. When you look at this now, you have 0 as the integer. The next number that you have is 0. So you have 2 zeros following each other. 2 zeros following each other. Then your integer here will be minus 2. So you write it as bar 2. Point. Of course, 26 under 4, 26 under 4. You know it's still going to be the same thing. Look at it, 26 under 4. This is 26, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry, it's 42, 16. 42, 16. That will be 42, 16. So this is equally 42, 16. All right. Let's quickly take the C. So what's in C question? 0.00264. Log of 0.00264. That will be, when you see now, how many zeros are following each other? 0.00. The 0 is the integer here is 0. How many are they? How many zeros follow each other after the first 0, which is the integer? 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be bar 3, which is as minus 3. You treat that bar 3 as minus 3. Check 26 under 4. Let's check 26 under 4. 26. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 42, 16. 42, 16. So you write it as 42, 16. Then the last one there is 0, the logarithm of 0.000264. Of course, you see now how many zeros? 0 point, then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to be bar 4. We call it bar 4, but it's expressed as minus 4. Minus 4. Then when you check it, you have 42, 16. So that's how to check for 0. That's how to check the logarithm for a 0 integer. These ones are for the example 1 are for non-zero integer. Non-zero integer. These are for 0 integers. Okay. Now, before we continue to the multiplication and division of logarithm of number less than 1, let's quickly see how to carry out antilog. Let's quickly see how to do antilog. So we have 2 examples. Let's quickly solve these 2 examples before we continue. Number A, we have to find the antilog 2.7481. You know, like unlike logarithm, you can't first work on the integer. But for antilog, you don't have any assignment with the integer. For antilog, you don't have any assignment with the integer. Is that cleared? You don't have anything to do with the integer. All you just get to do is take your table and check what you have there. Let's take our table. This is the antilogarithm table. Can you see it on top? Can you see that? Antilog. That's antilogarithm. So if you short antilogarithm, it's antilog. Okay. So what we need is, when you want to check your antilog, when we look at the table very well, the side with the first 2, you see that it's point. When you observe it very well, you will see that it's 0.50, 0.51, 0.52, 0.53, 0.54. It means that you don't have any assignment with the integer. Is that cleared? It means you don't have any assignment with the what? With the integer. So while doing your antilog, you don't touch the integer. You just begin to take the mantissa. You only have assignment with the mantissa. Okay. Take a look at the question that we have on the that we have for us. Number 1, 2.7481. The integer is 2. Then the mantissa is 7481. So you can see that it start with point. So what you do is you start with the point. 0.74 under 8. 0.74 under 8. You don't have anything to do with 2 for now. 0.74 under 8. Now come here. Look for 0.74 here. Look for 0.74 from here. Can we see it? Can we see it from 0.50? This is 0.74. Can we see it? Now under 8, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see it? You see it? Now, when you check it up, you will see that it's 8 that is there. You see it? 8. Trace that 8 down to 74. You see it? That's 55.98. Write it somewhere. Look at it. You see it? We have done 74 under 8. It has difference. That's why you write it somewhere. It has difference. Difference 1. So you now go and check that same 74. Difference 1. This 74 under difference 1. 1. You see it? 1. You see it? Difference 1. 1. You see it now? 1. So you add the 1 to what you wrote here. Plus. So that will be 9955. So your answer is 5599. So you come here. It will give you 5599. Don't forget we have 2 here at the integer. So what do you do to these 2? Add 1 to the 2. Add 1 to any number in the integer apart from negative. Add 1 to any number in the integer. Don't forget that initially at our answer, our point is here. So we have 2 here, Abi, integer. So you add 1 to it. By the time you add 1 to it, it becomes 3. So from here, now you move your point from here. 1, 2, 3. So your point will be here. This is the antilog. Is that clear? All you just do is check for antilogarithm of 74 under 8. Write it somewhere. Look for difference 1. Add this to the result you got from logarithm of 74 under 8. Then add 1 to the integer, which is positive here. Then from there you count. When you add 1, that's 3. You count from your answer 1, 2, 3. And that is what, after it, that is where you put your point. That is what your answer is. Good. Let's quickly take example B. Example B is antilog of bar 2.7481. Don't forget we said we don't have anything to do with the integer side. When you want to check your table for antilog, check your table for antilog. We are checking 74 under 8 different 1, and of course it's still the same thing. I intentionally want to check it again so that we can see 74. This is 74 under 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You say you write it somewhere 5598. 5598. Then you add the difference 1. That's 5599. So I say you write it 5599. Look at this one now. You see this one now is bar 2, right? That's 2 zeros. So you put it 0.0. So that's what your answer is for that one. So we have prepared these practice questions for us. Let us quickly lay our hands upon them and send our solution to us. Let's lay our hands on them. So all we have to do is, using the table, find the log and antilogarithm of the following number from A to J. So from A to J. And in the next class, we will be solving this we will be treating multiplication and division. And we will be solving the questions that you can see here. Thank you very much for being part of our class. Hope to see you in the next class. God bless you. Amen. Never forget, I want to implore us to please like and make your comment on this video. We'd like you to please like and make your comment to this video. Thank you very much. Then if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel to encourage us. Thank you. God bless you. See you in the next video. Bye for now.